Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Be Safe Podcast. I am your host, B. Cooks, and I am joined today by a former student athlete, Josie product, Savannah State graduate, entrepreneur, businessman, Juwuan Tolbert. How are you, brother?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
Oh, shit, I got the wrong sounds up. But that's good, man. I'm glad to hear it. How's your family?
Everybody good, man. Everybody good.
That's
maintaining, living to maintain.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, I'm glad to have you here, man, because you could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here, so I really appreciate it.
Man, I just want to thank you. First of all, I just want to thank God, for allowing us both to be here.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much. And just thank you, for allowing me to come on here, tell our story and get to know more about what Be Safe podcast do.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Man, look, I got to applaud you for all your accomplishments you've had thus far, because you've definitely beaten the odds. You know what I'm saying? From becoming a statistic, as the world would put it. You know what I'm saying? So I'll definitely give you a round of applause for that, because everybody I sit down with, man, I try to make sure I give them their flowers while they're here.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Because we can't feel them when we go. You know what I'm saying? We can't feel none of that love, if you're not here no more. So I want to make sure you feel it while you're here. So I know you're originally from Augusta, right? Mm-hmm. So tell me a little bit about your your upbringing.
Like I said, born and raised Augusta, Georgia. Pretty much my community would be, I would consider it Central Augusta. Mm-hmm. So Central Augusta would be more so like 15th Street.
Okay.
More so that community, Olive Road.
Okay, shout out to 15th Street. I had some Josie products come through here before,
Yeah. So more so that's my community and hub.
Okay, that's what's up.
Brought up. Started off at Wilkinson Garden, went to ended up going to Copeland. Got in some trouble at Wilkinson Garden, ended up going to Copeland. Left Copeland, was supposed to go to Murphy. Murphy got turned to a charter school, so I ended up going to Langford. After Langford, went straight to 15th Street, Josie. So.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So was you part of one of them Langford Middle School championship teams?
We always went, but I didn't get the job done.
Oh, yeah, it'd be like that sometimes.
But I would say we was the foundation to kind of start back that winning mentality. Because I think the last people to do it was Tremaine and Tim Daniels and all them.
Okay, yeah.
So.
I do. Yeah, I know Tim, man. I know his whole family. Shout out to them.
But yeah.
That's what's up. And you played football and basketball coming up, right?
Football, basketball, track, baseball.
Oh, you did it all.
Yeah, we did. I come from a very athletic family. So
okay. I was gonna ask you, like, the sports run in the family.
All day, every day.
So I'm assuming you got brothers?
Yeah, I got two younger brothers.
So out of your brothers, who's the best athlete?
I would have to say me.
Would they agree with you?
Yeah, they would.
Oh, okay.
Probably my middle brother. He'll probably give me, a little hard time with it. He'll probably say he shoot better than me and all that, but nah, I get him. Bro.
That's what's up. So you ended up, you went to Josie, and I noticed you went to Savannah State. Was it football that took you to Savannah State?
Yes. So crazy thing about that, my process as far as the recruiting process getting to Savannah State, it was crazy. I ain't gonna lie, one of the guys that opened up the door for me to actually start getting recruited, well, one of the coach at the time was Coach Noah, and then Conrad Wilburn, him and Marquise Burton.
Okay.
Pretty much was getting recruited by Georgia Tech, and I just so happened to go on a visit with them, and it started with Georgia Tech, getting looked at with Georgia Tech just based off of what they was doing at Josie, and met the coach, Coach Seawall, and started having conversations with him. My uncle actually played at Georgia Tech, so it was kind of familiarity with Troy Tolbert, him playing at the time at Georgia Tech with Joe Burns and all them. And then, it was a family. My dad signed to Georgia Tech, ended up going to JUCO, blew out his knee, so he couldn't go to Georgia Tech. But pretty much started going on visits. And my junior year, I tore my collarbone. I had to sit out, which was your junior year is your important year to get looked at. So my senior year, I had a chip on my shoulder. Everybody around in my class getting scholarships. Me, I didn't have nothing. Like,
oh man, yeah, that's a especially when you capable.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
And just not having no offers, fighting, crying, about, dang, I don't put in all this work, and don't nobody want to give me an opportunity. And I remember, God rest his soul, Coach Tolbert, my cousin Ernest Tolbert, him and my grandfather.
We drop some bombs for all them. My condolences. Rest in peace.
Yeah, and he took him and my grandfather Tebow took me down to Savannah State. And I already had no say. I was like, man, I'm not going to Savannah State, Georgia Southern, because I felt like everybody from Augusta.
Yeah, like you don't get away for real. It's still like being at home.
So, and that's crazy. They always say, don't never say where you ain't going, because God got another plan.
Facts.
So went down there, visited the school, and just so happened we ran into the head coach of the football team, and and when we crossed paths, he kind of noticed. He was like, y'all looking for me? And we was like, yeah, we come to see try to talk to one of the coaches. And he was like, well, I'm the head coach. And then, we got to chopping it up with him. And they was, pretty much Coach Tolbert, my grandfather, they were pretty much selling me like,
yeah.
Just
like, hey, look, we need him on the field.
Yeah. So, the whole time he was just staring at me, and he could kind of tell, like, man, this kid look, he looked the eye test, passing that eye test.
For sure.
So he was like, and I told him, I was like, man, like one of the coaches came to actually talk to me, sit down, talk to me, but I never heard back from him. So he was like, what coach came to see you? And I told him the coach, and he called the coach in the office. And so when the coach came in the office, the coach was kind of like shocked, like, man, like, what you doing? So the head coach, he was like, Coach Wilson, by the way, and I thank him to this day for giving me an opportunity. But he was like, man, like,
shout out to Coach Wilson.
He was like, man, like, well, I don't know nothing about this kid, like, why, how did we miss this kid? And the coach like, he couldn't say nothing.
Right.
So head coach, he was like, man, go and fill out one of the questionnaires, and we're gonna try to get the ball rolling with you. And then the coach was like, oh, he already filled out one of us. So the head coach, he was like, well, go get it then, like, just,
like what you been playing.
Yeah. So he came back, and I while I was filling out, like my folks was talking to him, Coach Tolbert was talking to him, and the whole time, like when I looked, he was still just staring at me, like he was like, man, it's something about this kid. And then he called it. He's like, man, what position you want to play? I was like, I want to play corner. He called the DB coach in there, and DB coach, he's like, man, these type of corners I'm looking for, big and stuff like that. So, man, I came in Savannah State, ended up coming to Savannah State. Didn't know they was D1. Actually, the first Division I HBCU in the state of Georgia, also the oldest HBCU in the state of Georgia. So,
yeah, shout out to Savannah State, all the Tigers. Shout out to Elena. I know she went to Savannah State.
Yeah,
my dog. She was on here last week.
Yeah, so ended up coming in as a walk-on freshman. Got invited to camp. Walk-ons don't get invited to camp.
That means you was showing out then.
Well, they hadn't really seen much film on me, but just off the eye test, they could tell.
Yeah.
It
was like, yeah, we got to see this man in action.
Yeah, and the D-line coach, he was like, man, you a walk-on, man. He was like, man, you got a true opportunity, because he's like, man, walk-ons don't come to camp, like, but he's like, man, make the best of it. And ever since then, man, I started as a walk-on freshman, and then look back.
Damn. So I'm assuming. Well, it looked like from what I saw, you eventually became what, captain?
Yeah. Matter of fact, people always say I always had that leadership capability, and one of my greatest skills I have is the ability to adapt very quickly and learn. I'm a quick learner, so coming from my community and how I was brought up, that whole community, 15th Street community, all that, Southside to all that area, Avenue, Sunset, all that area, Glendale, you got to be able to adapt quick.
Yeah.
So being able to have the street sense and book sense and, the athletic capabilities, like, always showed me, like, hey, man, like, you got to adapt quick out here, because stuff will eat you up out here.
Oh, yeah. Life is real. You know what I'm saying? And life don't give a damn about you. And you got to be able to get in where you fit in, make stuff happen, and that's important, man, especially in the real world. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. And the guys that was there, like, man, they gonna kill me now. But my freshman year, my first practice, man, I swear I said I was about to quit and head back to Augusta. I think we ran like 24 110s in the Gildan T-shirt. And anybody who knows Gildan T-shirts, them some thick T-shirts. You know what I'm saying? Then not only that, my first practice, I was sharing a locker. Didn't have no gloves in my locker.
Oh yeah, like so like walk-on treatment. Like
walk-on treatment. I had to earn my stripes. I'm at the bottom of the depth chart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just a true experience. Like my homeboy Kaylon, that was my roommate. We came through together. That's my brother to this day. And
shout out to him.
You know, we've been together since 8 years old, and like me and her, I never forget this day. I told common folks, I was like, yo, like, I don't think I'm gonna be here alone. Ain't no women on campus. Like, it's just, you know, when you report to summer camp, it's just us, the volleyball team. You know, you see the volleyball team when you go to lunch and dinner, breakfast and stuff.
But that's it.
That's it.
All y'all doing is working out, lifting weights around a whole bunch of niggas all day.
That's it, bro. And you get tired of it, man. You like, man, God, I need to see something new around here. And then, you know, the band don't make it no better because, you know, they got they white T-shirts on, black shorts, crabs, you know. And
they over there getting drilled too.
So I think what helped me out was the transition to kind of be like, all right, I'm all right, was when the cheerleaders got on campus. And I still
you be like, oh.
Yeah, when they got this summer camp training, I was like, when I seen one, I was like, okay, all right, you know. And then I stay in the co-ed dorm. So,
you winning. You like, God.
So you know, it was
that was like, now it's college.
Yeah,
now it's college.
Yeah, getting into the ropes of everything. So Savannah State was definitely.
Man, look, Savannah State's wild, bro. I gotta say, man, every time I've been down to Savannah State, 'cause my partner used to go there. Yeah, it was always some bullshit. Always, bro. Always. And it be on campus.
The C-Pope like.
I'm talking about, bro. They ain't scared to air nothing out on campus up there.
No.
I'm talking about, bro, every time. Like, yeah, man, campus shut down for a little while, man. There was another shooting.
Yeah.
Damn.
Matter of fact, that's crazy, man, because it was so much shooting going on, like, my freshman year to all the way to my senior, so, you know. Yeah,
it's wild out there, man. Like, hey, I gotta say, you survive out of Savannah State, especially walking across that stage, man. Look, you done made it. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Man. They get real.
So, who are some of like your athletic inspirations coming up?
As far as on a celebrity scope, it would be Vic.
Okay.
Vic was definitely. I think Vic was everybody.
Yeah.
You know, you go outside and play football. Even playing quarterback, you scramble like Vic with the one ball in your one hand. But I would have to really say Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is my biggest.
Why Floyd? I'm not saying that's a bad choice, but I'm just interested to hear like.
His work ethic, man. Like.
Okay.
I never told nobody this, but Floyd, everything around him is family. So his trainer.
That is true.
You know, both his trainers, uncle and his father, and me. You know, coming from a sports background, my family heavy with sports. Me, I never really went outside of my family as far as personal trainers. My dad, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Augusta. My Uncle Troy played football at Georgia Tech.
So you had all the knowledge around you.
I had everything that I need. Then not only that, also my godfather, Dion Grant, if I really need help, you know, he'll fill in and like, hey, and I remember having talks with him during the season while I was at Savannah State, you know, calling him like, D, man, you know, hey, like, you know, teams are starting to scheme on me. You know, they notice I like to come down heavy. So, you know, the receiver trying to come crack back me. He was like, one, this how you adjust to that. You know, just kind of give me in-game, you know, hey, you know, what to prep for and stuff like that. But
the little gems you might not get from coaches or what have you. Okay, that's what's up.
And then not only that, I got to shout out Marvin Stone, man.
Shout out to Marvin Stone.
So, and then, you know, like I said, I had everything, but Floyd Mayweather, man, his work ethic, I used to watch his 24/7, his all access. And to be honest, he just gave me that work ethic. Just like, man, like
he made working out and like being committed to the craft like cool,
you know, like, you know, just the music going while working out, just that swagger.
Yeah,
like,
he talking trash. You know what I'm saying?
Just everything. Go to the club, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. Man, I'm going to the gym, man. Don't drink, don't smoke, nothing.
Yeah. That was a good choice, then. That's a good choice. And it's funny, like, I'm glad you brought up family, because that was actually one of the things I was gonna touch on. Yeah. You know, just looking at through your Facebook and like the things, you're very family oriented. You know, you're very supportive of the people around you. Yeah. You know, because I noticed I look at your page and there's hardly anything you say on your social media. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to like Facebook, you know what I mean? Everything is bigging up the next man. You know what I'm saying? And shouting the next man out, and showing your love to the next person.
Most definitely.
So how important is family for you overall?
Family is everything. Words of my cousin Terete, Ray. Fat. I don't know if you ever seen his stuff on social media. Fat Boy Power. But he was like, man, without family, you ain't got nothing. And family is very big to us. On dad and mom's side, we always been very big on that. It's just my family. It's just that.
From what I've seen, y'all stick together. Whether it be aunties, cousins, brothers, sisters. I mean, I see your arm around somebody in almost every photo. You know what I'm saying? And it's good to see because we need more of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yeah, I just wanted to touch on that because that was something that stood out for me, like from the gate. I was like, damn, like it's nothing but everything's family. And sometimes, shoot, I need to be inspired by a little bit of that sometimes. Because sometimes we may get upset with what decision somebody make or somebody we care about does or something like that, and tend to shy away from them or shut them out or whatever the case may be. Yeah. And sometimes, look, I was looking at your page like, dang, maybe I need to call more of my people a little more often, like for real.
Yeah. I always been like the one to check on everybody. Like my whole mindset just growing up was to make it to the NFL and put my family in a better situation. Like my uncles on both sides are very talented. My whole family is very talented, period. But just on my dad's side, on my mom's side, my Uncle JC, my other uncle Marquette, he wasn't, into sports. Also HBCU grad, South Carolina State. Him and my other Uncle Mel, South Carolina State both graduates. But my Uncle JC, very athletic. Uncle Yacht, very athletic. To my dad, to my other two uncles, Buck, Troy. So I was like, dang, man, like growing up, I was like, well, we always been very talented. So I was like, dang, if they didn't make it, to the professional league, and they had the capabilities and all the necessities that they need to make it, but I was like, if they didn't make it, then I got to be the chosen one. Like, I got to be it must be me to be the one to make it. And just going to Savannah State, like, to be honest, not only I felt like I was playing for myself, but most importantly,
for the fam.
I was playing for the family. I was playing for 15th Street. I was playing for Joe's. I put a gusto on my back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Anytime you go out to school, it's bigger than you.
You're taking your city with you.
Yeah. I tell any kid that, like, hey, man, it's bigger than you when you on that next level, because at the end of the day, you're not only a representation of you, but your family, your high school, all those people that don't have something to do with you, that don't help you get to that point to where you are now. So it's nothing but love, man. Like you just got to stay focused and help the next man, because what you do, okay, well, maybe I need to go back and get a kid from the Augusta area. You know what I'm saying?
From your hometown, like.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy, man? Y'all Josie boys, y'all stick together, bro.
Yes,
y'all
man.
stick together. I will, out of all the people I know, the ones that come from Josie, I don't know what it is. Y'all stick together, dog. I'm talking about, like, that shit is ride or die. You know what I'm saying?
But speaking of family, I don't know. Well, you was around the time, but when Josie was winning and all that, but our tradition is built on family.
Yeah.
Like pride and family. Like family is a meaning to us on 15th Street at Josie. Like family is.
Cause I mean, even like I didn't necessarily live off 15th Street, but I wasn't far. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was on for Richmond. I lived in Harrisburg. But being around that area, sometimes when it comes to sport, well, shit, being black and growing up playing sports, a lot of time your team is your family.
Yeah.
Because, you might go home to something totally different. You know what I'm saying? Where you fighting from going left or right, whether it be the streets or the field, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? You might not have that positive influence at home, or, because some people don't, they go home to less. They look forward to sports as a way to get out, as a way to, avoid the street, or a way they save themselves or their family, whatever.
Man, it's like that. Josie is one big family, man.
That's something I definitely agree with, man. Shout out to Josie. I ain't even go to Josie, but shout out to Josie, man. For real, man.
And just speaking of sticking together, man, one thing I can say about Augusta, wherever we go, well, I'm speaking from a college standpoint or just any other city, but wherever we go, people always say, well, we fool with y'all. Y'all some cool people.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I don't know what it is, but I think we just got that aura to where, man, we chill, man.
I don't think we too big or too small. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as, like, you know, some people, like, when they, you know how it is when you go to college. Yeah. People come there from everywhere. So they might come from the A and they just feel like they the, I'm from the A. Like, they so? Like, I'm from New York. So? like, nigga, so what, bro? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We don't but people from Augusta don't never act like they too big. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what has something to do with it too.
Yeah, and just being down there at college, speaking of Augusta, it's just we stuck together. No matter what beef or whatever fallouts we had in Augusta, when you're in a whole nother city, no matter if you went to Glen Hills, Richmond Lane, whatever, hey man, we from Augusta, we gotta stick together.
Facts.
Because we're in a whole nother city where our folks like an hour or something away, they can't get down, so we gotta be here for one another. So, you know, Augusta and Savannah, you know, kind of got tight because of sports. You know, because it was at one time where Augusta and Savannah didn't get along, but I think what made Augusta and Savannah tight, sports. Yeah. You know, so but Savannah and Atlanta, that's a whole different.
Right, exactly. So I wanted to ask you about this because I feel like this is something that's gonna like have a rippling effect on black athletes. You know, Deion Sanders' decision to become a coach at a HBCU.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that was like one of the most phenomenal things I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? How you feel like that's gonna affect the decision making of like younger athletes, you know, in on their athletic journey?
It ain't gonna take much, man. I tell you now, it ain't, man. It's Deion Sanders, man. It's prime time. Who wouldn't want to play for prime time? I told my folks, shoot, prime come step in the door. I'm coming.
Right, exactly. Like just his name.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like,
but I think it's truly gonna like open the eyes of a lot of younger athletes, even off the football fields or other sports like basketball, baseball. You know what I'm saying? Because one, we know as African Americans, as black people, we dominate the two major sports, football, basketball. We dominate those.
Yes.
And you notice over the last few years, all the black athletes have to take a lot of times untraditional routes to get to the pros. Man. But I feel like Deion Sanders is doing something that's going to it force these athletes to understand that like I don't have to go to, you know, the big D1.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have to get these, as some would say, these crackers my money. You know what I'm saying?
And the biggest thing was, like, as far as my college decision, you know, I remember my grandfather Tebow just sitting in the car with him one night, and you know I was crying. He was like, "Juan, what you want to do?" I was like, "T, man, I just want to go to a HBCU that's Division I." And at that time, my choice was leaning towards South Carolina State. Because, you know, my uncle Mel was in the band, my other uncle Marquette was in the band, and, you know, just going to the games, man, when I got to Orangeburg, even though Orangeburg is kind of small, but when I got there, you know, and my other cousin Mike.
That culture's serious.
Yeah, they, you know, just how seeing the fans involved, you got the alphas behind the band, you know, they playing Get Up for the Bulldogs, Pass the Peas, you know.
Right.
You got the fan, then South Carolina State was like the head team in the MEAC at the time. So
right, that's when they were dominating. They was dominating.
So, you know, just seeing that culture, I was like, when I seen that, I was like, yo, like, I'm prepping for college now. Like, you know, I started dressing different. Like back then, I just had this thing like I'm on my grown man, so I'm a college boy swag.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's when the word swag was kind of heavy.
Right.
Back then, that's when all that futuristic stuff was coming out, polo, you know, all that. So, but yeah, man, HBCU culture, man, ain't nothing like it, man. And then, you know, with Deion Sanders being at Jackson State, not like he said, it's not only gonna open up doors for football, but you know, he's there for the basketball coach, baseball coach. You ain't tell me a kid that's good in baseball that's thinking about going to Texas A&M or University of Texas hey Dion, I got this baseball player I'm looking at. Can you go? And
Right.
he played baseball. He played for the Braves. So Dion, man.
Because he's gonna force
he's
gonna force the pro eyes to come to the HBCU game. Like they're gonna have to now.
And his network connection is
right. Because I mean, like it's gonna whether it be the MEAC, the SEAC,
SWAC,
all that. You know what I'm saying? Like I think there are gonna be more Division I athletes that choose an HBCU because of people like Deion Sanders.
Yes.
There's gonna be more coaches that we aspire to be like, or former athletes we aspire to be like, that take their talents to HBCU system. It's like, you know what? Yeah. Maybe this is all right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it gets, as an athlete, it gets looked down upon a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like you not as good, or you know what I'm saying, or something like that.
We do get looked down on, and I think now with everything that's been going on in the world with the social injustice and people now seeing it real heavy, the stuff that happened at the Capitol, it happened on your front porch, so I think now with you see the show on ESPN with North Carolina Central, I think now like HBCUs is getting a lot of attention, and Deion Sanders, the social injustice that's going on in the world, as well as Deion Sanders, is a part of that movement as far as HBCU, the culture getting more exposure and more highlights, and I'm definitely excited.
Man, and then even with traditional students, man, I think it's gonna, make more students think about, like, when you go to some of them big schools, it's culture shock.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? You don't look around and see people that look like us. You know what I'm saying? Like Augusta is a blessing for a lot of people because I got friends who lived in Atlanta who didn't have a black teacher till they went to college. Dang. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. In Augusta, I don't remember having a white one. I'm being straight up. Yeah. Like, real shit. You know what I mean? So, like, I know a lot of times, like, my brother went to UGA. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, bro, I don't see nobody that look like me. You know what I'm saying? Unless you dribble a ball or you throw a ball. Yeah. Wasn't nobody there that looked like him. You go to HBCU, the head of the college looked like you. The janitor looked like you. The cafeteria lady looked like you. The professor looked like you. Everybody.
You know what I'm saying? Auntie, what's on menu today?
You know what I'm saying? And like, it's easier to me, it's easier as a black kid to be inspired being around that.
So, being at a HBCU, predominantly, the total amount of kids, not kids, but students going to be in the class is probably 30 to 35. You know what I'm saying? So, you got that one-on-one opportunity to meet with that professor and, hey, I ain't understanding, hey, I got this coming up. How can I get this and done?
Facts.
So HBCU, you got something, I ain't gonna lie, you do got some professors on HBCU campus that's like, man, this dude just don't care, man. Like,
like they collecting the check.
You know what I'm saying? But more so, it's very family oriented. And as whereas you at a PWI where you got like 100-something students in the class.
Right, you sitting in the auditorium.
Yeah, and I can't really speak from that, just the stuff that people don't told me, but I can't really speak from that. But just speaking from HBCU, because that's where I went, like, they prepare you for corporate America and for out there in the world. The only thing about HBCUs that kind of hurt you a little bit, everything is easy. Everything is right there. You know where your next meal coming from.
Okay, I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying? You know where you can go get help for tutoring. All that. Everything you need to help you is right there. Whereas you get in the real world, it's a complete opposite. Because now you got to go out there.
You got to go find it.
You got to go find it. You got to go get it. So it's like, that's probably like the only little small thing I probably would say kind of hurt you a little bit, because it leads into like, dang, man, like, here I am, like, for some people, if you didn't build that network,
college, you lost.
And you got that real world, it's like you starting from square zero.
Right.
But just back to it, man, they prepared, Savannah State prepared me for corporate America.
That's what's up. So at what point, like, because I know you mentioned, you had NFL aspirations. Like at one point I wanted to be a professional athlete as well, right? At what point did you realize you had to start thinking about life after football?
Man, to be honest, man, I'm gonna take you back to my sophomore year in college. Between my freshman and sophomore year, Me and my homeboy, Kayla, my brother, and we always try to go to the basketball games fresh. You know, try to make sure you fresh. Down, you got Georgia Southern 45 minutes away. You got the Savannah State, Georgia Southern, staying fresh. HBCU basketball game, it ain't nothing but a fashion show.
Right, exactly.
So, one game, my AD, and me and him are like this. He took me up on his wing. He was like, hey, man. He was like, when you going to get serious about what you doing? You going to be here alone? He was like, what you going to do after college? When you going to stop playing and come be a part of the sports management club? Because, I was a business major. I was a marketing major. And I knew I wanted to get into, sports management. So he was like, man, we don't have that as a major, but we got the sports management club. When you going to get serious and get the experience you need so that way you ready
to go off into the real world. So,
I thought about it. I was like, man, I'm sitting up here, trying to get fresh, for these women on campus, just trying to, I ain't going to say not fit in, but nothing like that, because, you're on the football team.
You living the college life.
Yeah, you living, But I was like, man, it hit me. I was like, man, this ain't what I'm here for.
Right.
I'm here to handle business in the classroom, on the field, and get to the next level. So I was like, man, this got to change. So probably next year, I joined the sports management club. Now I'm coming to the games with a polo, Savannah State polo, khakis. You know what I'm saying? Understanding game operations, halftime entertainment, running everything with the Greek life as far as getting them involved in the games. Just coming up with so many, so much experience, with that. So I was like, man, I had to get serious. And what really pushed me to get that even more experience and get up on my AD wing, one of my friends, Deja, she was the president of the sports management club, and when she graduated, my AD offered her a compliance job. So I was like, dang, man. So now I'm like, shoot, I'm finna get ready to graduate. I'm trying to go to the league, but shoot, I need to have another plan as well. Right. So now I'm trying to soak up everything with my AD, and he told me, man, I ain't gonna hire you. He told me,
I ain't gonna hire you.
He said, I ain't gonna hire you because he said, man, I want you to be bigger than this, man. He's like, this not
okay.
He's like, I want more for you. He was like, the situation for her, it worked out best for her. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he want. Not saying that's what he want.
Everybody's situation different.
Different, yeah. So he was like, man, you bigger than this, man. And I like to he took us to the NFL Career Forum. And the NFL Career Forum is during the Celebration Bowl between the MEAC and the SWAC championship.
Okay, yeah.
So I remember me, Deja, and Marquise. We went to the NFL Career Forum. It was an opportunity for us to meet NFL front office VPs.
I think I saw photos from it.
Yeah. So and it was all the HBCU. So they chose 3 students from every HBCU. And this was the Super Bowl when they acknowledged all the HBCUs.
Okay, I do remember that.
Before the game. And they told us they was going to do that as we was at the career forum. But during that career forum, man, we was just able to talk to VPs, get an understanding of how the NFL side of business things work. And we walked to the Georgia Dome. And as we was going through the locker rooms and stuff like that, as we was coming out the tunnel onto the field, this aura just came, this feeling just came like I was like, I could see myself doing this. I had a badge around me, shirt and tie. I was like, I could see myself doing this. And after that, I got more serious, started getting more experience with AD, spending time with him, going to sponsors, showing me the roads, like, Juwuan, this how you do this, how you do this with a small budget like this. Because, HBCUs, we don't have that big budget whereas Division I single A schools have. So he was just teaching me how to work with this certain amount of money and things like that. And my senior year came. After my senior year, I was fighting for a pro day. So my coach at the time, he was like, man, we're not gonna do a pro day. And throughout that whole season, one of my coaches, he was like, man, he would speak on my other two safeties that was at my position at the time. He was like, man, y'all got league capabilities, y'all can make it to the league. So the whole time in the film room, in the room with them, I was like, yo, I'm the senior, I'm about to leave. You talking to them about leave, but I'm the one, trying to get there, so every day in practice, I would just bust my butt, and one of the guys is my brother Bennett. Was one of the guys you referring to. He's doing big things as well. But so the seniors getting ready to graduate, find out that I wasn't gonna have a pro day. My sprint coach trying to find me a pro day to go do and stuff like that. And I was like, man, yo, like chances ain't looking good. I'm finna get ready to graduate. Like, man, let me go ahead and go on spring break, enjoy the rest of my semester of college. You know, just have a good time. So, you know, we went down Orlando, having a good time, man. And I want every kid that, you know, to listen to this story. Went down there drinking, you know, spring break,
having a good time.
I get a call, strength coach. She's like, I was like, he's like, Tolbert. I was like, what's up, coach? He's like, where you at? I was like, I'm in Florida. What's up? He's like, man, you got a pro day this Saturday and it's Thursday.
Oh,
so I was
damn.
Like, I said, man, what? So, you know, I've been drinking, like, so now I'm at the bar stressing, panicking. So I was like, yo, like, I was like, all right, you know, he was like, you need to email such and such right away. And, you know, you need to get on the road, get back ASAP. So I was like, all right, man. So I don't call my folks. My folks like, yo, you need to get to Augusta ASAP. Because the pro day was in Kennesaw. Okay. So I had to drive from Orlando to Savannah, get all my gear. Savannah to Augusta, Augusta to Atlanta. So at that point, you know, I'm trying to get all this.
And this is all from picking up the phone Thursday to be there Saturday.
Yes. So, like, you know, just going up there, I was like, I had my uncle with Mel with me. I was like, yo, like, man, at this point, man, I'm just letting the chips fall where they lay. Like, just leave it all out there. And it was the worst feeling I ever felt because I was getting prepared, but when I lost, you know, I lost the faith. I lost the faith as far as me going to the, because you know, I was,
you had already started thinking about life after
football. So, you know, just going up there, I was like, man, at this point, just let the chips fall where they lay. I was talking to my family. My family was giving me words of motivation. Like before I left, my dad, he was like, hey man, like, you know, it's the time, like let's do it. You know, so, you know, all that's running through me because the opportunity is here. You know, and I got up there. I did good, you know what I'm saying, but it wasn't my best.
And you knew it wasn't your best.
I knew it, and I could feel the alcohol. I could feel it. Yeah. You know, I could feel it, and I was like, you know, at this point, because I still could have went on and tried to fight for another opportunity, but at this point, I was like, man, like, you know, I'm at rest with it. Yeah. I'm at rest with it, and that taught me to always, what they say, always have your boots ready. Always stay prepared because you never know when the opportunity. Yeah, you
stay ready. You ain't got to get ready.
And I never forget the opportunity, and I always tell kids, especially the kids at Josie, you know, take advantage. Always stay ready. You know, you never know when your time is coming. You never know, and that led to me coming home after graduation. And a lot of people don't talk about this, but mental health is very critical now.
And it's crazy you brought that up because I interviewed some young ladies on one of my previous episodes that actually opened up a wellness clinic for athletes to where not only can you recover your body, but your mind as well. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know how many things, like how much trauma you're taking to the field, or, you know, even if you are a superstar athlete, how do you deal with being that and be able to walk through life normally? Man, you know what I'm saying? All that kind of shit.
Like, it's, you know, mental health is, man, when I got home after graduation, I had a graduation party at 706. And, you know, people came, I was excited. You know, my brother had prom that night, actually, and then got to 706, having a good time with my family, having a good time. And then out of nowhere, midway through that party, like, reality just came out of nowhere and hit me. Like, yo, like,
I gotta get a fucking job.
Not even that, but it was like I took a step back in the club and my family was having a good time. I was just looking at everybody, and I was like, yo, like, I'm back in Augusta.
Oh, that feeling.
Yeah, like I was
like you had almost taken a step backwards.
Yeah, like I was like, I'm back home, man. Like
you ain't supposed. This ain't where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah, like I had a bottle, man. I was like, I put the bottle. I was like, you know, I was happy, but I was like, I just graduated, but I was like, this ain't it. Yeah. This can't be it. Nah. Like, you mean tell me, like, I just did 4 years busting my butt, grinding,
To come back.
To not saying Augusta, I hate Augusta, nothing like that. I love my city.
I know what you mean though.
Yeah.
But it didn't feel like you were taking the next step.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because while I was in there, I was in the club looking. I was like, man, like anybody would say like, "Want to have fun, live life, man. You supposed to enjoy it." But at the same time, when you go to school and you work your butt off, it's just something about going off to school and going to college. You want more out of life.
Right.
Being, you know, going to
college, you know there's so much more out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You want it. And like I was like, man, like you saying it. And my cousins and they was like, where you going? Like, we going to private eye. I was like, man, y'all going, I'm going home. Like, and I just remember going through post-college depression, like, you know, putting in applications. And I think, well, another thing that hit me was I had made it to the second part interview with the Memphis Grizzlies, and I didn't get it. So I was like, dang, like that kind of hurt. So, you know, I was at home on my grandma's couch, man, just going through it, you know, like just mad, you know, trying to find that why again. Because for 17 years, my why was I'm trying to get to the league. Right.
So now, like you said, leaving school, it almost feel like you starting over. Like, what's the new drive?
What's gonna push you now? Yeah. So, you know, I had to redefine myself, man. I had to, you know, find that motivation again. And, you know, just during that post-college depression, you know, I was like, my mom, I was here, but I wasn't here. Right. And
you kind of checked out.
Yeah, I checked out. And, you know, just, I was doing stuff I had no business doing in Augusta, like just, you know, just out of it. And I remember going to these interviews. And Marriott was the first person that gave me an opportunity to sell timeshares and stuff like that. And you know, my uncle, they broke it down for me. They was like, one, that might not be, and it was down in Orlando, and they was like, that might be, you know, not the best situation because everything that's going on. And you know, just give me a whole background on the rundown with them. And I was like, all right, you know. And then not only that, it was like I was selling for stuff I knew that I wasn't.
Yeah, you wasn't really all in.
Yeah, and then I had an interview in Charlotte. They both offered me a job, and one was AT&T going around knocking on doors selling stuff.
I said, hell no.
Because he was like, you come to work. He was like, you come to work in a shirt and tie, but then you know we changed it to walking clothes, and because we're gonna be going around. I said, man, nah, man, like, you know, I'm good, man. Thank you, you know. And I went told my cousin Tree, because she let me come up and stay for the interview and stuff. So I was like, Tree, man, like, I'm just gonna head back. It's a sports career fair in Atlanta coming up. You know, I'm just gonna take my chances on that. If not, I'm just gonna have to go back to school. So I went to the Atlanta Career Fair, went on the tour. I should never went on the tour during at the Mercedes-Benz. I don't know why I went on the tour. I should have just waited for the Career Fair to start. Because when I got up there, man, the lines was
crazy.
I didn't realize how high the demand was in the sports industry for people to get on with these professional teams. Okay. How many people just want to be associated with a professional team or just get their foot in the door. So I was like, dang, man, you know, so I'm standing in these lines, like I see the women taking off their heels, you know what I'm saying? Like it was just a long line, man. Like I was like, man, yo, like I think the last team I talked to was the Atlanta Dream. I said, after I talked to the Dream, man, I'm gone. Because the only people I had talked to was the Atlanta Dream, Harlem Globetrotters, the Georgia Swarm. So I was like, man, after this, like, I'm gone. And after I got done talking to the Atlanta Dream, I seen the Braves line was short. And I said, well, let me go stand in the Braves line. So I remember like it was just this lady, this black lady. She was like, these are the jobs we have available. So I didn't know she was saying that, you know, to get people out of line or what. You know, so I stayed in line. So she was like, I was next. She was like, let me see your resume. So she seen my resume. So she was like, you went to Savannah State? I was like, yeah. I was like, you went to Savannah State? She was like, yeah, but she was like, you know, I'm way older than you. I was like, well, yeah, you know.
You're like, so what?
So, you know, so at this moment, I learned. So I was like, hey,
yeah,
like, what's up?
What we doing? You gonna get me in the door?
So she was like, yeah, this trainee program would be great for you. This would be great for you. She's like, what you trying to do? I thought, you know, my degree's in marketing and stuff. So she had to pull me to the side, and you know, we started chopping it up. She's like, yeah, this is gonna be good for you. So she introduced me to at the time one of my colleagues, Jordan. She went to HBCU, went to Spelman. She was in HR and got to talking to her. She was like, yeah, this would be great for you. And she was like, oh, we got the VP of marketing here. I'm introduced to the VP of marketing. So now I'm, you know, I'm feeling blessings. So I'm feeling good, you know, because at this point, you know, mind you, I'm finna get ready to leave. Like, forget this, you know. But some told me, like, no, just stay a little longer. And So I meet the VP of marketing. So I get done talking with them. So I go to talk to the Falcons and Atlanta United. But as I'm leaving, I check back with the Braves like, hey, like thank you. So as I'm leaving now, I call my uncle like, hey man, I think I might be working for the Braves. So as when October came for me to put in, I put in November. I found out I didn't get the job. So I'm like, dang man, like.
Introduce me to the VP.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, dang, you alumni. I thought, So at this point now, I'm like, man, like, since nobody don't want to give me an opportunity, I'm gonna make I'm gonna create my own.
Yeah.
My own. So that's when I started. I said I was gonna start a marketing firm. Me and my homeboy Kaylon was start a marketing firm, and all this stuff I'm starting was stuff we would talk about at school. And that's one thing about me and my brothers. Like Bennett, Kaylon, just all my football, bro. I got like 100-something brothers, man. I got like 100-something brothers, and we all got a group chat. It's like 100 of us in there.
Jesus.
And we all stick together to this day. And but those two guys, man. Besides my own blood brothers, I got another two sets of brothers, man. And we would just sit in the room in our rooms, just talk about our dreams, what we want to do for our families, our city. We would talk about women, what we're going through with women, and just open up to one of God, everything, man. That's what I love about the relationship I have with my brothers, and they there to support me, and anything I do is at graduation, just everything, man. True brothers, man. And so I said, yo, like I want to start a marketing firm, so I started coming up with it, and then try to get into events, start doing events in Augusta, and started planning, started putting stuff into motion, and some things happened. I thought it was just easy to put on an event, and find out it wasn't that easy.
Right. Yeah.
So one of the events I tried to put on was a fashion show.
Okay.
So I was like, yo, like, how I'm gonna put on a fashion show and I ain't got no clothing line? Like that don't make sense.
Yeah, you putting all this together and you don't even got no clothes.
So. I already had people, and I had Demira, in line. Shout out to Demira.
Shout out to Demira. She doing her thing.
Yeah, she definitely motivated me. Also shout out to Reggie. Reggie motivated me. Came from nothing.
Yeah, shout out to Reggie. I was just with them last night.
Yeah, and the biggest shout out will have to be Doris Stewart, man. Barely Ordinary, Rocky Fresh.
Yeah.
I remember he kept my auntie them and my uncles them fresh coming down to the game with a Rocky Fresh shirt with my number on the back. So shout out to him. He don't know that, but I seen it. So but I tried to put some stuff together, and I was like, man, I'm gonna do a clothing line.
So and that's where it all started.
Yeah, it really nothing, because I didn't have nothing, man. It was like I was back in that position to where out of high school, I didn't have nothing, So now it's like I got all this anger built up because then nobody want to give me an opportunity. Thought I was gonna have a job with the Braves, didn't happen. So I'm mad. Family trying to talk to me like, yo, it's gonna be all right. Just keep praying, And I said, man, I'm just gonna start my own business. I'm got a business degree. I'm gonna utilize it. And I talked to my homeboy. I was like, hey, yo, man, my homegirl at this time, chick named Swank. I was talking to her about it one night. I was like, yo, I'm trying to do this clothing line, and I got this idea, with FAUS, with Divine going through it. Because at first the name was Family of Scholars, but then I was like, nah, man, that's too close to Bubba and them, YS and them.
Yeah.
They motivated me too. YS them, and shout out to
Scholar,
Bubba too, man.
You know what I'm saying? Lex, Bubba.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Freaking
Weeda. Yeah. So Jay Bussy, man, I use this song, Confident, on my graduation video. So great artist, man. I love his music. That whole Live from Shirley album, that's my community, but I love that. I love that. That jank, that was dope. But just all that, man. And I remember she was like, Juwuan, what you think about this? And she shot me the design, sent me a picture up, and from that moment there, it was real. Man, I was staying up to like 4, 5, 6 in the morning, putting the work in, grinding. And I took it to my grandmother. I was like, yo, like, I want to do a clothing line. She's like, all right, and I showed it to her, and she was like, okay. And I still got it on my phone today. The first shirt I ever designed was done at 4:39 in the morning. So constantly, I was next day on it, designing. And out of nowhere, an email, I'm walking through my grandfather's house, an email come through from the Braves saying, hey, I didn't see your application. Was you still interested? So I was like, nah, man, this ain't.
Wow.
And it's from the alum. And Pam McIver, I got a shout out. That's my auntie. That's my work auntie, Pam McIver. And she's a Savannah State alum, and she was like, I didn't see your application. So I said, man, this can't be right. I walked out the door, walked back in. I was like, I look. So I responded, and then I called him, man, forget email.
I'm a caller.
Me personally, I hate texting. Like, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you. And when it's business related, I'm gonna call you. So I called her, and she was like, yeah, you got a phone interview tomorrow, such time. I was like, okay, man, I lied to you not. This is one of the most realest phone interviews I ever done. Like, just, I ain't gonna say not caring, but just straight, real answers, blunt answers, not trying to act all,
right.
That on the phone.
Worrying about how you gonna put the words together.
Yeah, it was most straight. I remember Nate, he asked me, he was like, who's some of the people that motivate you? I said, Floyd Mayweather, T.I. You know what I'm saying?
He said T.I.
So, it was just real. And then he was like, all right, well, we want to bring you in for an in-person interview. And I came in for an in-person interview, and it was 3 people. So I was like, dang, man, I ain't never had an interview with 3 people asking me questions. So it's like, you don't know where to look. Like, you don't know. Yeah,
they sitting at the table like.
So we got through the interview, and they took me to my director, Vernon Nitz, man. I love this guy to death, man. Him and Pam, I love them to death. He took me in there. He was like, okay, your name Juwuan. They was talking about him, talking about me and stuff. So he's like, man, I want to get to know you, man. I want to get to know you on a personal level. So I said, on a personal level? He's like, yeah, I want to really get to know you. So he's like, man, what motivates you? I was like, what motivates me? I was like, man, my family. And when I said that, it's like I had to put my head down because tears started coming. I was like hit me. Like, I was like, man, and then when I got to talking, like my voice started crying. I was like, man, I'm about to cry, man. I was like, he's like, man, it's okay, man. I was like, man, and I told him, I was like, y'all don't understand how hard it is for an African-American black male coming from a small HBCU to get to this point where you overshadowed by other HBCUs in the state of Georgia, in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because, Morehouse, they going to get that exposure before we do. And to be in that position, be sitting in that chair, like, all I could do was just thank God, man. Thank Pam, man.
No matter what happens, these people just keep applauding.
That was real, man. And I was like, man, my family. And he was like, what song your mom always told you that stuck with you? And I told him, I said, Dressed to Impress. And he was like, yeah, I can see.
I see that.
Yeah, I had a tie on, the suit. I was clean, bro. And he was just talking to me. So he's like, hey, man, HR ain't here. Like, we can't get him. So he's like, well, be on the lookout for a call from HR. So by the time he didn't say whether I had it or not, so I'm still thinking like, man.
And then, do I got the job? Do I not got the job?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So finally, I guess they had made a decision. Cause I didn't know when I finally got on. It was a candidate. They tell me it was out of me and another candidate. And they brought me on board, man. And Vernon Nitz, man, and Pam, they took me up under their wing, took care of me. Another alum that worked for the Braves, Travis Austin and Elliot Chiata. Elliot's a graduate of FAM. They took me up under their wing. The Braves organization definitely looking out for me. And, man, I like to not be, man, I was prepared. Everything College of Business Administration at Savannah State taught me, I was prepared, dressed, everything, man. And I said...
And it's crazy. There's a whole bunch of HBCU alums that opened the door.
Yes, man. And it was 3 HBCU alums in my training program. Me, chick named Alexis. I didn't mean to say a chick, but
a woman.
A woman named Alexis, Auburn State, and then Nandi from Tuskegee. So all of us was sticking together like, yo, we the HBCU culture. We got to stick together. And then plus the ones that was already in position. So, training program, it lasts a year, and, you fighting for to come on full time. So I was like, yo, like, I'm going to bust my butt every day. And mind you, at the time, I'm staying in McDonough. So McDonough, it's like an hour and some change. So I'm driving.
A hike all the way to Cobb.
Cobb County, man. So every day, mind you, and mom can go kill me for this. Oh, forgive me. But I'm in a Jeep, his Jeep. No air conditioning. So mind you,
I'm summers is hot, boy.
So you know,
traffic.
Yeah. So man, just busting my butt, man. And we would have talks with our training program, and I tell them, man, they went to PWIs and stuff like that, and I would tell them, I was like, man, yo, like, y'all could be smarter than me. You can do this. You can be in that department. Or whatever,
but they ain't gonna outwork you.
You're not gonna outwork me. You're not gonna outwork me. And that's I'm a marketing man, so I said I feel I can do your job, and I let me know because it wasn't no competition. The program, it wasn't no competition, but at the same time, it was like I'm fighting for a seat at the table.
Right, you wanted it was more than just the job for you.
So to me, I looked at it as when I got that opportunity, I looked at it as the NFL, my preseason.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And even when I got there, my first day of the job, they had a draft card, like with the first pick.
Draft card.
Yeah, they had
Crazy.
The Atlanta Braves select Juwuan, Tolbert, and they had the Savannah State University logo at the bottom. Man, that jam brought tears to my eyes. I was like, man, I made it.
Yeah.
I made it. I ain't on the playing side.
But you made it.
Yeah, I'm on the business side of it. And I was like, yo, I'm putting in work. And I bust my butt, man. I let them know. I was like, man, you're not gonna outwork me, man. Like, and my work ethic started getting noticed around my other colleagues in the office, and man, we had a presentation. All the trainees, we have a group project that we have to present in front of the CEOs, and that's the one thing I like about the Braves, that we able to. It's a family environment, man. It's love. It's a great organization. I love it. Like the work culture, everything. It's a great organization, and especially my department. I love my department to death. And we had a meeting with the CEO. So our project was bringing college sports to the Battery, trying to have watch parties. So me, I started thinking about HBCUs. I was like, man, like, we can do more with HBCUs.
The word around town, there was a disconnect between the Braves
and the black community, and I started noticing it, and because everybody's wondering, like, why the Braves move.
Matter of fact, there was a big HBCU event at the Battery.
Yes.
So you were a part of that.
Yeah. So and Travis and Elliot, all them guys, they've been doing it before I got there. Been doing a good job as far as pushing that with V103 and all them, Big Tigger. And all them, and FAMU. I actually, Elliot, man, that guy that took me up on this when he showed me ropes. Him and Travis actually went to Be Out Day, FAMU Day.
Okay.
So got to experience that up there. And but those guys was doing stuff for HBCUs before I got there. And me, I think I just came along and just kind of help increase it a little bit more, help them as much as I can. And we had Greek night, HBCU night. And, we got the partnership with the hats now. So whatever HBCU, we got the partnership with the Braves. All the HBCUs that's in Braves country, they're trying to get some to
Oh, that's dope. Can you buy the merch in the...
Yeah, at our retail store.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah. So we was working on that. So, they was talking about how we're going to bring Clemson, Georgia, UGA, all this to the Battery to watch parties. So me, I haven't conversed this with my group. I'm thinking about HBCUs, so I'm talking to Pam, Ellie, and all that. I was like, man, like, yo, like, we need to bring HBCUs here. It'll be a great opportunity. They'll love this, the Battery, all this. And they was like, man, shoot, just ask them. So we got to the meet. So everybody was scared of our CEO. Their shoes. Everybody was scared of him in my group. So I was like, man, what y'all scared of? Because they hadn't heard about how he just ripped all the trainees apart, their projects and everything, just tell them no, like, you can't do it.
Right.
So I went into the meeting laughing. So he's sitting at the table at the front of the head of the table. So he's like, what's funny? You must be having a good day. I was like, yeah, man, still laughing. So then nobody want to sit by him. So I sat right by him. So I was still laughing. And he was like, well, this guy, he's just going to keep laughing. But so we started talking about the project. And then he was like, so he was like, y'all need to work on it some more. He was like, and we had a sponsor too, our VP Jim Allen, who's over corporate partnerships. He was our sponsor, our team sponsor. So, you know, I haven't even conversed it with him.
So you really throwing it out there, like
I'm throwing it out there. So it was like, he was like, "Is there any questions before we leave?" So he's like, "Forever now, hold your peace." So I was like, he was like, "You gonna say something?" so I was like, my question would be, you know, what are the Braves doing as far as, you know, helping with the HBCUs? Like, what are the Braves doing for the HBCUs? Something around that question. And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, you know, what are we doing as far as trying to bring exposure, you know, to HBCUs and stuff like that? And he was like, well, you know, we've done a lot of things. We got HBCU night and, you know, things like that. And I was like, well, you know, the reason why I asked that question was because, you know, we can bring HBCUs to the Battery, you know, host games because their games come on ESPN as well. So, you know, he was like, yeah, we'll have to take a look at it, you know, see how things go. But he was like, you know, let's just kind of refocus on you know, the project ahead of us. So, you know, me, I think asking him that question kind of like, who's this kid?
Yeah, like, because you wasn't scared. You ain't keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, and I, you know, like I said, I sat right by him. So, like, I think that kind of, like, who's this kid? I need to ask about this kid. And
I mean, I think part of that though, you know, I want to make sure I word it right. Like, you placed yourself next to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The decision maker.
Yeah.
You know, everybody was scared.
Yeah.
They were timid. And like you said, this was your draft day. This was your NFL. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to be, you know, whomever, I don't care, Tom Brady, or you want to own the team, you got to place yourself next to these people. And I guarantee you that man will never forget you.
Yeah, he matter of fact, I think he went and talked to Elliot about me because Elliot came and talked to me. He's like, hey, bro, keep doing what you're doing. And when he told me that, I kind of like, keep working hard.
Right.
Keep busting your butt.
What I'm doing is working.
Yeah, is keep putting that work in. And ever since then, like the day of the project, day of presentation, you know, they was like, oh, he just tear everybody presentation up. Like he gonna rip your presentation apart, ask you these questions. And we got 2 CEOs, and then we got the owner, Terry McGirt, and then it's Derek Schiller and Mike Plant. Great guys. And then we got there to the presentation. So everybody was scared. And, you know, everybody in the front office, our other colleagues, they was like, you know, we coming to watch. Like, we ready to see, like, you know, so all the trainees panicking. I was like, man, I ain't panicking. Because, mind you, I'm thinking about that pro day I had. Mm-hmm. You know, I said, man, this is my opportunity right here.
Yeah, you were prepared this time.
I ain't finna miss out on this opportunity. I'm ready. Like, you know, I felt like Savannah State done prepared me for this. Like, all we did in Kobe was present.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm ready. Like, you know, let's get it. I want y'all to come see this. Because, you know, I'm finna show you.
Like, I'm game ready.
Yeah, like, I'm finna show you why I'm worthy of being a part of this organization, why I want a seat to the table. And when it was our turn, you know, and it was my turn to speak, you know, I stepped up. You know, I didn't sit back and read out the PowerPoint. You know, no, I stepped up, you know, looked everybody in the eyes, worked the room, and then he tried to cut me off. He tried to cut me off during my presentation, and he was like, well, why not? He says, because I think he's Vanderbilt. I think he went to college, graduate Vanderbilt. And he was like, why not make this by Vanderbilt? I was like, hold on, we got you coming. And I put my head, and he was like, and then my homeboy, Ellie, he was like, yeah.
Yeah, nigga.
So,
shut him down.
So I was like, hold on, we got you coming, you know what I'm saying? So, like, he just, you know, I kept going. So after everybody's like, yo, you did that. Like, you did a good job. And, like, they was telling my manager, Pam, and V, they was like, he did a good job. Like, he did a darn, like, colleagues in HR, they was like, Juwuan, you did a great job. Like, just coming to. So at that moment, I was like, yeah, like, but don't get complacent.
Right.
Get, you know what I'm saying? Because you still fighting for a seat to take. Even now, I going there in the mindset in the office to, like, outside my office, I have an office, man. Like, that's man.
You got an office.
I have an office, man. Like,
yeah,
that's a blessing, man. That's crazy, man. And it's people that's been there longer than me. And I think my mic went out.
Oh no, you good. You good.
But I think it's people that been there longer than me, and you know, that don't have an office. So man, just to be able to be in that position, it's a blessing, man. And outside my office, it says contract security. And my director, he's like, man, we gotta change that, man. You ain't contract, man. You my boy, man. You know,
That's what's up.
Yeah, he's like, man, you ain't contract security. I was like, nah, V, you know, don't take that off, because every day I come in the office, it reminds me that seat ain't promised.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that seat can be taken any day, man. Like, don't get complacent. Don't get, the job ain't done. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't never get too comfortable.
There's still more work to be done.
Yeah, so you know, it's a lot. And mind you, I was working on a whole clothing line before that.
Right.
So still during that time, I was still designing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, going to my uncle, like, who I was staying with at the time, like, man, what you think about this? What you think about this? And he'd tell me, like, man, like, that shit is dope, man. Fan forgive me for cussing, but you know, he was like, that joint is dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, you know, and to get their approval, to me, that let me know I got something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they like fashion. Our family is, we heavy on fashion. To my uncle, yeah, he would say he dressed everybody. And to be honest, they the ones who kept me fresh coming to school, you know, stuff like that. I worked with what I got. Like, I didn't have all the designer and stuff like that. I remember in college, to be honest, just thinking about college, I remember just going to TJ Maxx, find a fresh Nautica or Polo, you know what I'm saying, and
doing the best what you had.
Yeah,
shoot.
You know what I'm saying, with kids that's getting $200 a week. Me, I'm calling around, hey, yo, you think you saying $50 or $15?
Yeah, 25, shit.
You know what I'm saying?
A little something. You know what I mean?
Help me out. But, you know, like I said, during the whole time I was designing, so I had been sitting on this clothing line for 2 years. And what put the fire up under me was my brother Jalen. He's like, man, I'm getting tired of you keep coming to me, like, look at this. When you gonna come out with something? So I was like, dang, you right. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, my grandmother, she just retired from the hospital, from University Hospital. And she's like, she pulled up in the driveway, just got off work. She's like, well, when you gonna come out with this clothing line? Like, what you waiting on? Like, you know, I'm need something to do after retirement. So, like, at that point now, I'm like, I gotta get on this. I gotta get on this.
You got one too many people in your ear, like, what's going on?
And it started with me, my homeboy, my two brothers, Bennett, Kaylon, from college, and it was that's what getting into FAUS. So my clothing line is called FAUS, Fashion Athletic Urban Society, and it represents God, family, and the hustler's mentality to go and get it while chasing your dreams and turning into reality. And pretty much FAUS represents the jungle. And how I got the name was, I was like, I want this to be real, because I'm a real person. And I was like, man, like, I don't want to make up nothing and it don't have no meaning to it. I was like, I wanted this to be real, you know, because that's who I am as a person.
Yeah, and I could tell just reading the, you know, with the little research I was doing, that there was a lot of thought that went into the name. And
I was just like, man, like, why FAUS, man? And how that fashion came was, I thought of Augusta. I said, what takes place in Augusta? And, you know, growing up, it was nothing but fashion, athletics, entertainment.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all that takes place in Augusta. So fashion, athletic came from the fashion and the sports part, and the urban society came from all the entertainment, the music, the everything that takes place in Augusta culture. And pretty much Augusta culture, I compared it to the jungle. Survival of the fittest, only the strong survive. Because you got, man, here in Augusta, man, it's nothing here to motivate you.
Right. There's only things to keep you complacent.
There's nothing here to motivate you.
There's a lot of, like, there's a ton of accepted mediocrity.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to be average.
Man,
you know what I mean?
And I hate it, man, because this city has so much
potential.
This city is a gold mine.
So much potential.
We speaking on a gold mic, man. This is
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You see the vision, you got a gold mine. So this city is a gold mine, man. And I tell anybody that, you know, like, they be like, you know, they be complaining like, and I you know, I understand Augusta ain't got nothing, but me, I never talk bad about my city. I love my city to death. I'm product of Augusta. I love my city, and this city has so much history. It has a story to tell. and that's how I look at this brand. It has a story to tell. And, you know, Augusta is so creative, man. It's Augusta from
a lot of unknown talent.
Yes, man. To sports, to fashion, to music,
and shit. All of that is why I do this.
Yes, man. Like it's all this, man. What you doing, what Maine and Slim doing, like the stuff y'all are giving people in Augusta an opportunity to show their brand.
Because people don't realize how much talent is really out here. Like, it's like, I don't know if people got their blinders on. I don't know if they don't want to see it.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. But we changing that. We
y'all
changing
doing
it,
man. Y'all keep
you changing that. It ain't just us. All of us that are having an impact on the community, on the culture, on the city, are helping change that narrative.
Yes, man.
You know what I'm saying? And but I wanted to ask, you said the jungle thing, right?
Yeah.
Because I noticed there was another acronym, King.
Who?
Does that because keep inspiring the next generation, right?
Yes.
Does that fall into that whole jungle?
Yes. I don't know if you've seen this picture lately. It's the kid, and he got all these things around him. Like he got the gun, he got the gang bang, they got the crip.
Oh yeah.
That picture. I said, and when I seen that picture, I said, yo, that's FAUS. That's King. That's keep inspiring the next generation, because our kids are seeing what we're doing, man. The kids in the Augusta community, they seeing what we're doing. They're seeing us in the nightlife. They're seeing us, you know, they watching everything we do, man. And we got to keep inspiring. We got to keep them close to the hip, man. It's so much I want to do for the kids in the community. Every time I go back to Josie and help out, I get attached to those kids because it's so much knowledge that I know.
Shoot, you were that kid.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And just coming from that community, ain't too many kids from that community making it out, man. Like they're not, man. And we got to keep inspiring and making sure that they have all the necessities to go and get the same experience that I have. And you know, and to be honest, that's why God is the first thing that's on my clothing line, you know, in that passage. And you know, we're here to do God's work. We're here to do everything that He asked of us and everything He sent to finish His work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got to give back. We got to keep inspiring the next generation. You know, these kids, like I said, these kids are paying attention, man. They're listening to everything that, you know, that we're saying. So, you know, especially the artists here in Augusta, you know, they're listening.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, FAUS is amazing, man, because there's so much we got planned for, and there's so much we can do with it. We're not up under one umbrella. There's so many avenues that we can go through. It's entertainment, it's music, it's fashion, it's sports. You know, we got so much. We got some big events coming as well that we are in the process of planning. We also in the process of planning our spring and summer collection. We got the website coming, and just to be honest, on the release date, when we released our first shirts, it really was on. It wasn't supposed to go down like that. I remember we went to go pick up the shirts. Me, my homeboy Kaylon, my brother Kaylon, and my brother Tiger. And he also has a new clothing line now, Daggett. They're like family as well. So shout out to
I grew up playing football with Danny.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Tiger, man. Tiger and his little brother Lion. His little brother actually was the one who did our first photo shoot. He's up and coming as well. So
all these young entrepreneurs,
yes,
man. That's what's up.
Y'all check him out, man. Let's support our kids, man. Support the kids in the community, the young kids.
And I know, matter of fact, pass me some of this clothing you got over here, because I want to make sure we take a look at it. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Because look, I'm gonna be real. My first encounter with the brand, bro, was actually kind of recent, right? And mind you, I'm a dude that goes skating every Sunday, whether it be Red Wing, Skateland. So I think this was the first event at Red Wing.
Yeah.
I walk in, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is FAUS? Like, no, real talk. And it wasn't like no shade. It was just like when you don't know, but I see 50 niggas.
Yeah.
50 deep. Like, everybody got on the same shit. I'm like, what is going on? Like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? So, like, I say that to say, like, you made an impact.
Yeah.
You know, that means y'all did something right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a dude that I thought I knew all the clothing lines in the city.
Yeah.
I thought I was hip. I thought I knew what was going on. You know what I'm saying? And then I get in there, I'm like, yo, what is FAUS? Am I even pronouncing this right? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, Stone got it on. I'm like, yo, these women got it on. Like,
Yeah.
they 50 deep in here.
And man, what was crazy was I didn't even plan on doing a jogging suit last year. Like that wasn't even on the radar. And what happened was birthday was coming up, so I was like, man, you know, I want to do something nice, you know. Maybe go get something made for our birthday, you know, see who wants it.
And it's a nice sweatshirt too now. This ain't the cheap John.
Man, I'm big on quality.
Yeah.
I don't care about
I'm a nigga that buy like $100 sweatshirt. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
so like
man,
when I touch somebody else's stuff,
because you know it's quality.
Right.
You know you're gonna get about 10 wears out of it. You know it's gonna last you for a long time, and that's what I'm big on, man. Doing right by people, customer service, man. Just
man, you
everything.
got some quality printing on here too.
Yeah, man. That's
Okay.
important, man. And you know, we did it for my birthday, and everybody was like, "Yo, like we digging it." And what's crazy about this hoodie, Deion Grant, my God, I showed him what we was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, you know, he's one of my mentors. Well, I have a whole bunch of mentors, but he's like, man, yo, like you need to take FAUS off the back. He was like, you already got FAUS on the arm.
Is that my phone ringing? Interrupted me? Hey mom, let me call you back. I'm finishing the interview. Great. Love you. Shout out to Mom Dukes.
Yeah, man. But he was like, yo, you need to take FAUS off the back, man, because you got FAUS on the front. So I was like, you know, and you know, D, you know, his opinion, you know, kind of got like a heavy, you know, because he's helped me tremendously as well, you know, with the fashion as well, because, you know, he's around these celebrities. He knows who I'm targeting. He knows, like, one, this is what you need to do in order to target that. But me, I stay with my gut instinct. Nah, man, I'm going to keep it on the back, because I was like, man.
You see it coming and you see it going.
Like, as I'm rolling around the skating rink, they see FAUS on the front. They see it on the back. So what you're doing is building brand. Your brand familiarity with it. Like
exactly.
It's gonna be in the head. Like, God, man.
Cause you seen what I said?
Yeah.
I said, what the fuck is FAUS, bro? Like, what is this?
So, you know, because sometimes when you get stuck with putting something on the front, you know, they be like, okay, you know. But when you got something front back, like, and then I had the passage on the side, like, man, like, you know. And then the biggest thing with me was finding quality clothing, shirts that didn't have Jiffy gilding or Hanes inside the top. I was like, yo, I can't do that. Like,
yo, that
I can't sell people.
I understand sometimes people be just getting started, but that's one of the things that blows me. Yeah. That's like making a family reunion T-shirt to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, dang, you couldn't go a little further, get the heavier cotton, you know what I'm saying, the cotton polyester blend or something.
Yeah. And I was like, man, I can't do that. And man, this guy here, man, it's been a tremendous help. He's also one of my mentors. And I mentioned his name earlier, Dover Stewart, man. Dover Stewart was one of the first persons that ever gave me help in the fashion industry.
Really?
Yes, man. And that's, man, this guy here is helping me tremendously. I called him. I was like, yo, D, like, and you know, in Augusta, we got the reputation of the crabs in the barrel.
Right.
They put that stereotype on us.
That's one thing people say about us a lot. Even us that's from here.
Yeah, that we don't want to help each other. And when I called him, I was like, yo, D, like, I'm trying to get into the fashion industry. You know, where do I go by purchasing wholesale shirts? And, you know, where I can put my own tag inside the shirt. And he was like, one, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to go get all this information and stuff like that. And he broke bread with me, man, and I salute him for that. And he's still breaking bread with me to this day.
Yeah, man. So shout out to those who have, man. Matter of fact, I just want to touch on this. I can tell that you appreciate where you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I can also tell there's been a lot of people that you truly appreciate and respect. They have opened doors for you. Yeah. And gave you opportunity.
Yes.
And because I can tell, being that you mention these people first and last name, they're significant people in your life.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to applaud you for, you know, not only
allowing
allowing these people to help you, but keeping them in your circle.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us, we might get help, but do we keep these people around, or do we just use them for what we use them for?
Yeah, and that's the main thing, because like me starting this with my brothers.
Oh, this is pants.
Yeah, them the pants, man. Miss Chanel Lovett, my homeboy, my brother's mom, Chanel Lovett, wonderful person. His dad, Neely Lovett. They was one of the ones that helped us get this started, showed us where to go, the LLC, the EIN, all, like just getting everything prepared, the sales tax, just what all we need to do to get this thing just get it,
get the ball rolling, make it legit.
So Chanel Lovett, man, I really have to give her praise. Really give her praise. And I just also want to shout out to, just the fam period for what they've been doing, because I'm telling you how blessed I am, man. I have two accountants in my, two uncles that are accountants. I have accountants. I got cousins who can be models, who had the capabilities of being a model. I got supporting family between my mother, my uncles, grandfathers who can help with, and cousins, Mookie and them can help with packaging.
Well, this is why you picked Floyd. This is why you picked Floyd, for real.
Yeah,
like,
it's family.
I get it.
It's a
you know
family,
what I'm saying? Like, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, you're putting your family in position. You know what I'm saying? And FAUS might not be changing lives right now, but who's to say it won't? Man. And you're putting people in a position, you're giving them opportunity to continue to do whatever they're good at. You know what I'm saying? And not only are they doing it for doing what they're good at, but they're doing it for somebody they care about.
Man, it's amazing, man. Like, I remember just going to drop one of the orders off to one of my cousins, drop a hoodie off at Cumberland Mall, and I was in H&M, just shopping, around Christmas holiday shopping, and I was in H&M, and I just remember hearing this loud guy like yeah, he gonna get him, yeah, he gonna kill him. So in the line,
like, what you mean?
Yeah, so so I had went and got in line. So I was like, man, who is buddy? That was I know. So I looked, man, I seen this dude with with some braids, some short braids, gray hair, stop at the back, right here, what I'm saying? So so he had a whole bunch of tattoos. So he was, so I ain't paying no attention to him. And when I looked back, this other dude was looking at me. I was like, dang, bro, like, why you looking at me? You know what I'm saying? So he was still talking loud. So I looked at him again. So I was like, man, hold up. And I started looking at him again. I was like, I know that. I was like, is that Iverson? So I started
AI.
So I started looking at, that's my boy. So I'm looking at the tattoos, and he had, what threw me off, because he had the gray hair.
Oh yeah. He looking old now.
So when he turned around, I seen the chain said AI. I said, man, this doggone Iverson, man. So I was like, yo, and then so I was like, I see why his homeboy was looking, because he probably was thinking like, I want to go up and talk to him, so I noticed who it was. So I seen he had bought a hoodie, so I was like, yo, I got a hoodie in the car, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so I was like, man, like, shoot, forget this stuff I had in my hand. I put that back when I saw. So I was like, yo, when he come outside, I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna shoot my shot, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just, try to network with him. And when he came out, he was still on the phone. So I was like, man, I ain't finna bother him. You know what I'm saying? So I had called my cousin who had just gotten a drum hoodie. I was like, yo, I just ran to Iverson at H&M. He was like, I was like, man, I want to give him a hoodie, but he was like, shoot, go take it to him. But he already had a winning Cheesecake Factory sit down to eat. So I was like, man, I'm forget about it. So some said, call Dion. So I called Dion. Man, luckily he picked up the phone. I said, D, man, I just ran to Iverson at H&M. He just bought a hoodie. And he was like, yeah, that's my boy. And he was like, shoot, you got a hoodie? I was like, yeah, I want to give him a hoodie. He's like, okay. He's like, yeah. He's like, just keep me on FaceTime. You know what I'm saying? Give him a hoodie. So mind you, this hoodie I got in the trunk, this is somebody else, or this is my cousin Mom's.
Yeah. It's like, hey, look, we're going to have to get her another one.
Yeah, I said, I'll give her money back. So, so I went into, I took the hoodie, and that when he was sitting down. So mind you, I was a little nervous, so I was like, man, I'm about to tell you how I fumbled the bag. Man, I was like, Mr. Iverson, He ain't hit me.
Mr. Iverson.
So, you know what I'm saying? You know, because I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You like, how do I?
So I was like, Mr. Iverson, and he ain't hit me. So I said it again, Mr. Iverson. He was like, he looked at me. I was like, so somebody was, I was stuttering and everything. I was like, somebody want to talk to you. And he looked. And then he looked at the phone. He was like, Dion, what's up, Dion?
You look, that's when you like,
yeah, but I said, him and Dion was chopping it up. And he's like, man, you know, this my guy saying he want to give you a hoodie. You know, he want to give you his brand. So he's like, yeah. So I had gave him the hoodie. We pounded each other up. So, you know, at this moment, so I was like, you know, can I get a picture? So he's like, a picture? So he looking at me like, you know, like he looking at me like, a picture? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know, can I get a picture? So Dion on the phone, he's like, no, man. He was like, you ain't tell me you want no picture. You told me you just want to get him a hoodie. He's like, no. I was like, okay, my bad. Well, before that part, I was like, well, because he was like, you know, kind of throw it off. So I was like, well, do you want to go somewhere private and take a picture? He was like, private. I was like, you know, but it probably threw him off. He probably took it the wrong way.
Like, what you mean private?
But what I was meaning was, you know,
rather than bring exposure to him.
Yeah, to him in the restaurant. Like, not letting people know that he was in there.
Yeah.
So, but I think that probably would stick to him to this day. Like, I think that probably made it, like, man.
Yeah, if you were to see him again and bring it up, he'd be like, I do remember.
Yeah. So, Dion was like, no, man, no. So I was like, man, appreciate it, man. And that's when I had walked away. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't get the picture, but D was like, he's like, man, yeah, man, you don't do that, man. Like, you know, you don't do that. I was like, my bad, D, my bad. You know, I ain't mean it. You know,
it's like, man, I'm a little starstruck, bro. Like, come on, that's my dog. Like,
you know what I'm saying? So
I got the questions in the closet.
Yeah, so D had to call him back, smooth everything over, and you know what I'm saying? Everything was good after that, and then but that was one of the successes we had. Two other successes that we had, big major shout out to Dominique Archie, man.
Oh yeah, big Dominique, man. That's the homie.
Dominique Archie brought a hoodie before he went back over to France for his season, his upcoming season, and
that's that Josie love again, man.
He and you know he got it, and next thing, one morning I woke up, I had a DM from a customer, and she was like, hey, I'm a friend of Dominique's. You know, I'm in France. I like the meaning. I like the hoodie. How do I purchase? I want to get one. So I said, yo, this is in France.
It's lit.
The fashion capital.
It's up. We up now.
The fashion capital.
It's on and cracking.
Yeah. So I was like, yo. So, you know, I'm probably thinking, I was like, man, this is a scam. So this got to be a scam, catfish, whatever. You know,
right.
Like, this ain't real. So I responded back, yeah, like, you know, most definitely you can get one. And she was like, well, you know, I'm coming to Atlanta, you know. I come to Atlanta a lot. I was like, she was like, can you meet me in Atlanta? I was like,
hell yeah.
Yeah, so I met her in Atlanta, gave her the hoodie, had a heavy accent. And you know, like I said, yo, and I told her, I was like, man, like you are my first international sale.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was like, that means a lot. Like I really thank you, and I really thank Dominique. You know what I'm saying? Because what he did
without that,
it wouldn't have led to. It wouldn't have led to that being my first international sale, and you know it's hard to make it over there as far as, especially in the fashion industry. And I respect the fashion industry tremendously. I respect it a whole lot, and I got look Paris, Tokyo, Milan. Like I respect it, man. I love the fashion industry, and you know, just being able to make that sale off the strength of him. Like I thank him from the bottom of my heart, man. Like that's
that family, man. Yeah, I'm telling you.
He looked out for
Shout out Dominique. Shout out Dominique on that, man.
And then lastly would be J Fox, man.
J Fox went to Josie?
J Fox went to Josie, man.
What the hell, dog?
J Fox is a product of 15th Street.
Everybody went to damn Josie, man.
J Fox is a product of 15th Street.
Oh man, Glen Hills, boy, y'all in trouble, boy. Cause y'all, Glen Hill been popping big tracks on my over. If you bring up Augusta and you ain't went to Glen Hills, you ain't from Augusta. Nah, boy, these Josie boys on y'all ass. Hey, I'm telling you,
we coming.
Cause it's funny, man. Cause everything you talked about during this conversation, bro, has boiled back to family. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Every accomplishment, every blessing, every opportunity, all of that boiled back down to family, whether it be your blood family, the family on the field, the family HBCU alumni family, You know what I'm saying? To childhood friends that have all, you know, been a part of your journey. You know what I'm saying? Every step of the way. And I gotta say, brother, you an inspiration. You know what I'm saying? I'm old. You a young. You know what I'm saying? And I look up to you. You know what I'm saying? For what you do. You know, keeping family involved, community involved.
Yeah.
And just being super appreciative for every blessing you've had along the way. You know what I'm saying?
Man. I appreciate it, man.
Oh man, no problem. This has been a great conversation for me.
Man, I thank you, man. You gave this platform not only for me but for others in Augusta, to be able to come on and talk and just inspire others here in the city, and not just the city, maybe other cities as well.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
So your podcast, it travels, man. It travels. I was watching you up there in Atlanta, man, and not only just you, Main and Slim, those guys, keep up with them. Also, I want to show love to some of the local artists here that I be listening to as well, because I don't post about it, because there's so much I want to say. And me, I'm a fan of hip hop. I love hip hop. Lyricist, everything. I love it to death. And just shout out to J Fox, man.
J Fox,
Big Reef. YWM Flyer, I think I said it right.
Flyer.
Made Man Uka.
Uka.
Yayo Huncho, I bump him. Ada Cool, I bump her.
Yeah.
Trues, great artist as well.
Trues. Damn, Trues went to Josie too.
Yeah, Trues. Trues. Man, them guys, man.
Slime KD,
Kyle, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, man. Those guys. Kyle's actually, me and Kyle been together since 9 years old.
Man, that's what's up, dog.
May part bred, man. May part Augusta raised, May part made. So
yeah, man, shout out my man Gas God Mayo.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Mayo. Man, this guy here, there's so much I can talk about the music industry here in Augusta, but Yayo Huncho, man.
Yeah.
Yayo Huncho.
Shout out, man. Free Yayo, man.
Yeah, free him.
Yeah, free Yayo, man. But man, like, before we get up out of here, again, I want to applaud you for all your accomplishments that you've had thus far and the ones to come in the future. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like you're going to be an inspiration to many people. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be plenty of people that come from that look up to you, that see you as an inspiration, that are going to want to, use sports not only to get out, but make a career out of it. That don't necessarily mean you got to be the person that throw the ball or shoot the basket. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can still make it.
Yeah. It's it's so much out here in the world, man. It's bigger than Augusta. And one thing I'm hoping for my city is I could be a part of the change. Everybody, like I said, everybody say
you already are.
Yeah.
Shit.
Thank you, man. And just like I said, everybody always say what we don't have, where we got to go just to get this experience. So my biggest mindset now is, okay, you say we ain't got it, and you want it, so now I'm finna give it to you.
Yeah. And keep giving it to them. Keep giving it to them.
Fashion to other business plans I want to do with my family and bring here, close friends in the family, bring here. So, like I said, Augusta's a huge opportunity. It's a gold mine. And one of the songs, Jeezy songs, he's I think Sky's the Limit. He said, yes, wake up in the sky, tell me what you see, the clouds. Yeah. Nah, nigga, not me.
Yeah.
I see opportunity. I'm an opportunist.
Yeah.
So when I see Augusta, I see opportunity. And,
And man, look, and with you having that vision, the city's going to show you. You know what I'm saying? The city's going to get that right back to you. Man, you know what I'm saying?
I love it, man.
And so as we get up out of here, let the people know where they can find FAUS, where they can get it at.
Right now, you can follow FAUS on Instagram at FAUS, FAUS .3_ on Instagram. At Facebook, you can find us at Fashion Athletic Urban Society. We do got the website coming soon. Be on the lookout for the spring and summer collection. And we're excited to bring to y'all, FAUS and what we got to offer and inspiring the fashion culture.
Hell yeah, man. And people, be on the lookout for that. Make sure you go get you some qualities off the chain. You know what I'm saying? And again, before we get up out of here, as always, be safe. That was good, man. I enjoyed that.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
For real.
Appreciate it.
I really enjoyed that. Sometimes I be lying when I tell people that, but I'm dead serious.
This is a different experience, man. It's my first podcast, man. I appreciate that.
Man, look, it's love,
I
man.
appreciate
It's
that.
love.
Dang.
Matter of fact, let me ask you this: What is the significance of the 3?
So the 3 is the God, family, and the hustle. The 3 represents my 3 brothers. The 3 represents my 3 homeboys. 3, you know, it's 3 strikes of life, man. You know, so that's the biggest thing.